What's up everyone, this is Luke from Before Eternity Reviews, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection, Migs Mayfeld and Djarin and their Morak Imperial tank driver disguises. I could have made a video about these figures a while back since I have had them for I think over a week now, but I just didn't really feel very excited about them. They are basically the same figure just with different head sculpts and slightly different paint apps. And even the base figures that they do use aren't super interesting. They aren't bad, don't get me wrong, I still really enjoy both of these figures. And I did buy two of each so I could kind of have like normal tank driver troopers. And I'm sure most people might know JCC2224, who also makes videos about action figures. I watched his video on these figures and he got two of each so he could do the normal tank driver thing, and I was like, I want to do that. So basically I'm copying him, but also I just wanted the tank driver figures. So I'll take these guys out of here for now and we'll just focus on the kind of main character versions of these figures, since, I mean, they're the reason why you would buy the figures also. This is the last video I should be doing with this crappy lighting setup. I've been trying a bunch of different stuff. In the Mega Constructs video I just did, I basically just stuck a flashlight right on top of my phone on the tripod, and it worked better than some things, but it obviously was not the be-all end-all. And so those lighting fixture things that I bought should be coming in tomorrow, and so everything should be all good. But I was really bored today, and I was like, I'm just going to make this video on these figures real quick and see how it goes. So taking a look at these card backs first, this is the Djarin card back. We got the orange name pill, and we got a pretty nice image of him from the show. This is when they were sitting down at the table with that Imperial officer guy that Bill Burr eventually shot. And then we have, which was a really great scene. And then we have the Mandalorian logo. And turning over on the back, we got some other figures in the wave. I don't have most of these, but I have some of them. I still haven't gotten the Mandalorian Death Watch Airborne Trooper. That one hasn't even shipped yet. So I don't know when that's, I guess it's probably going to be January or something. But then we got the Vintage Collection logo again and all the stuff at the bottom. And then next up we got the Migs Mayfeld card back. This one is a Target exclusive. The Djarin, I just believe, is a normal release. We, of course, got the red name pill. A really nice image of Bill Burr right there. And then the Mandalorian logo. Turning over on the back, we got some more figures in that wave. Vintage Collection logo and all the stuff at the bottom. So with the Djarin figure, you could, of course, see that the main draw for buying this would be just the Djarin head sculpt. And, of course, it looks really, really good. Looks a lot like Pedro Pascal. Yes, the Vintage Collection head sculpts are getting really great. Everyone is saying that, but it's true. I mean, it is true. I mean, just look at that. That looks great. And we go all the way around. I think his hair is supposed to look a bit more like laid down or something, like he has hat hair, because he has been wearing the helmet, and I almost dropped the figure again. But that's basically the head sculpt. With the articulation, it is kind of the same as the Vintage Collection Shore Troopers. Of course, we can get the shoulder to barely go up. The elbow goes like that. And then we do get an in and out on the elbow right here, or I mean on the wrist. And then the other wrist is up and down. We do have on the bicep armor. The armor is painted red with some yellow markings right there. I think this just signifies that he's a higher ranking. With the Migs Mayfeld figure, he doesn't have that. So I guess that's just the ranking of what the troopers were that they stole the armor from. And we do get a nice, I don't know if it's new, chest piece. This is not what the shore troopers used. It's kind of that, I don't know what to call it. It's like that armored Imperial officer armor. We see it in Andor a little bit, but then it does have like the shore trooper kind of backpack thing on the back. Of course, he does have like a brownish green tunic or whatever beneath all the armor. He's got a belt with a pistol on it, and let's go ahead and take a look at what the blaster looks like. Both figures come with the same blaster, and that's the only other accessories that they come with. And that's what that looks like. There is no paint apps or anything, it's just the pistol. and you can get it to go back in the holster pretty easily, although be careful. You don't want to like rip the scope off because apparently the scope stays outside of the holster, just is what it is. And then the legs are straight up the short trooper legs. They got the horrible ball hinges and everything, thigh cut, but it does what it needs to do. We got the knee that goes up that much, ankle that goes back that much, forward that much, and we have no ankle tilt on this mold, unfortunately. I'm not too upset about it. And then we take a look at the helmet, and it is just the hover tank pilot helmet, basically, just painted green. It is not the same helmet that the Vintage Collection hover tank pilot figures use, because it is a removable helmet this time, and so it does look slightly better. It doesn't have that weird dent in the armor plating of the helmet right above the visor, like the original one had. And you, of course, get some weathering on there, some battle damage, whatever it is, just some gray splotches basically. And then you turn around the back and there's no paint on there, and that's basically the helmet. And it could go on the figure pretty well. Just looks like that, and it's basically just the tank pilot at that point. That's why I bought 2 of each, is because I really do enjoy the tank pilot design that they've come up with for like that planet. That episode from Mandalorian season 2. I think it looks really cool. It's kind of got like a World War I aesthetic to it, or World War II, and it kind of reminds me of from Solo: A Star Wars Story. There was the Mud Planet. I forgot what it's called, but of course you had the Mud Troopers from there. Oh, I'm trying to think of the name. Mimban and the Mimban Stormtroopers, which were some of my favorite Stormtrooper variants. And then this is the Migs Mayfeld figure. Like I said, basically the same thing, just different head sculpts. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Once again, it does look really great, just like Bill Burr. I mean, that's literally him, obviously. I mean, it does look like I could see in his eyes. There is a little bit of a difference, obviously, but that is a really good Bill Burr likeness. Here's a look at what his helmet looks like. The helmets that come with both the figures are the exact same. Sometimes the visor paint will differentiate a little bit because they still like cannot get it exactly the same on each figure, which I guess is understandable. But just so you know, it can look a little bit weird sometimes on the visor paint. And like I said, they both come with the same accessories. They're literally the same figure, except of course no red paint on the bicep right there, like what the Djarin figure has. So he's just a lower rank, and then of course different head sculpts. So I mean, basically, that's what we're dealing with these 2 figures. It's nothing crazy. It's just, here's some nice new versions of the characters that are in, another Imperial disguise. And if you do want to buy 2 of them, I do think it's a good idea because the tank drivers look really awesome. And to me, this is why I bought the figures, because I love the armor design for the tank drivers. They look really great. Of course, you got one that's like the commander, and then the other one that's a normal trooper, and you just don't take their helmets off. And since I'm weird, I kind of contemplating either gluing the helmets on or coming up with some way to like make custom helmets or custom heads underneath, just so it's not like those specific characters underneath the helmet. But I think that's going a bit too far. Just put the helmet on there and you're good. And if you do get 2 of each, I mean, you can beef up your Imperial figures a bit. These are pretty nice new additions. Once again, I just think they look really cool. And I love that we're still getting a use out of the Rogue One. I know I'm just like fiddling with the tripod right now. I don't know what I'm doing. But trying to get it to focus on the figures, actually. This video is so well organized. But I am really glad that we're still getting use out of the Rogue One and Solo Trooper designs, because those are great. And I don't know, man, these figures are really nice. They're nothing crazy. Like, I have nothing else left to say. But they're nice. I would recommend getting 2 of each if you want some new troopers. And that's basically the video. I will go ahead and add, the Mega Construx Halo Falcon Sweep did just come back into stock on Amazon, although it's not anymore. So it's like, I'm telling you, and that's like useless information, but I just went on Amazon yesterday to check, and it was there for $140, but that's better than like $300 or $400, so I decided to buy it. Hopefully it'll get here at some point. I think it said it'll be getting here early November, so pretty soon actually. And then I also ordered another Mega Construct set, the Arbiter's Journey. And I'm really looking forward to both those sets. It's going to be great that I can finally have the Falcon Sweep. I know a lot of other people also got it because they're out of stock now. But I don't know, it's pretty great that it did get back into stock on Amazon. And I'm just off on a tangent right now that has nothing to do with this video. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.